Alright, my friends, so I'm Andrew. Welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. We're looking at the Sony ZV-1F today. This is going to be my first impressions after using it for a couple of days, after making some content, posting that content, trying a couple of the features that were more important to me. And yes, I am the target audience for the Sony ZV-1F as a content creator and somebody that has basically used the LG or the Logitech Brio face webcam as well as a smartphone to create and post all of my content. I am the target audience for a camera like this. So let me go ahead and show you some of the stuff. It comes with a little screen or a little lens cover. You can take that, put it on. Very easy to use. Got a flip out screen that you can use to like view yourself and stuff. If you hit the record button, obviously it gives you this little red ring around there, so you know that when you're recording, you can record at 4K 30, which is kind of, I didn't even check that before I bought it. That is probably one of the things that I'm like, ooh, I wish I could have did 4K 60. But then when I start looking at some of the other people talking about that, their cameras be shutting off after like 15 minutes and stuff like that. So unless you want to spend a significant amount of money on a camera, this right here, the 4K 30 is going to do fine. And the reason why I say that the 4K 30 is going to do fine is because I've actually tested it. I've tested it. I've done a 4K 30 video already and posted it on the channel. It looks incredible. The thing that I bought this for is, so I bought this because I'm going to start doing some more higher quality building videos of building things on the channel. Those seem to do very well. I like doing that. I like building things. Most of the stuff that I build is going, at least on this channel, is going to pertain to video game chairs, video game accessories, stuff like that. Just any of those kind of things that people might buy and want to build. I'll definitely be doing some videos like that. And it also gives me, when I review other products, you know, like the other day I did the what was it? The Yogi's PlayStation 5 stand. If I would have had this camera, then I could have shown that off significantly better with much higher quality. Right now, we're actually using the Logitech Brio 4K camera to record this. The other half of this video will be recorded with this camera so that you can see the exact difference of what that does. And what you're looking at right now, I'm just going to do the video on this at 1080p 60 because I've found that even 1080p 60 on this camera, the quality is significantly higher. Now, this camera, some of the downsides to it that I have found so far is pretty much like battery life. Yes, you can plug in the USB cable over here, set the camera to where you can you can keep it so it like it powers from the USB, but it still uses your battery. And your battery still dies. It just dies a lot slower. So I was testing that, using it with the thing on there. I did get more time because when you get this battery, it's not fully charged in here. And I just threw it on there and I had that on there. You cannot charge the battery with the camera on at the same time. So that's kind of like, this is like a design flaw for me that I'm just like, wow, you're trying to tell me you couldn't figure that kind of thing out? Like I can charge my phone and film 4K 60 at the same time. And so, but okay, here's the thing, guys. When I'm filming with my phone, yes, if I'm using the back camera, I can get amazing shots. I can get amazing video and it looks good. But this right here, it steps it up and it's more professional looking. It does better with the colors. It does better with the overall environment. It blurs out your background really nicely. There's a autofocus in here, so if you're showing off things, it will automatically like snap to that, then snap back to your face. This is a pretty dang cool camera. Like it's cool. Do I think it was worth the 500, almost $600 that I've spent between this and a memory card? time will tell. Like, we'll find out, you know. I mean, obviously it is going to enhance the quality of the overall video, and the sound on this thing actually is pretty dang good. Like, I'm liking this. This is like my first time picking up a camera like this in this type of form factor that's like this. So yes, there is a learning curve. There's definitely a learning curve to everything I do when I create content. Switching over to PC, learning curve, everything. There's always a learning curve, but that's great because I get to learn new cool things. And as you can see, even with the camera that we're using right now, the Logitech, I've found a way because of this to get in there and find a way to make my colors and my overall screen look better. So this is the best I can make it look with the Logitech Brio. And it looks good. I got better color definition now. It doesn't look all blown out. I've actually got better colors. I had to use a filter. I had to go into the Logitune. I had to find some filter. I had to put a filter on there and apply that, and now it looks better. So that's already helping me step up my game with the other products that I already have. And these are things that I would have never even known to look for had I not had this. And then I just was like thinking, I was like, I wonder if there's things in the settings that I can use on the Logitech Brio to make it look better. And lo and behold, I found some. Now, it still doesn't look as good as this, but it still looks pretty dang good. And you'll see the difference in the video as I switch over to the rest of this on this actual camera. Okay, so now we are back with the rest of this video, the first impressions for the Sony ZV-1F. Now, I recorded most of that first video because I wanted you guys to see what I've been using up to this point. And now that I'm actually utilizing the Sony ZV-1F as more of a, I like this Sony. So, is what I did was I took the camera with me today. I sat in the truck, I filmed a video, I went and got breakfast, and I Bluetoothed the whole file of that video from the Sony camera to my cell phone, and then uploaded it to YouTube right there on the spot. So that's a major cool feature that I did not know or didn't think was going to be possible. Honestly, is what I was doing was I wanted to get into my phone to see if I could, like, you know, use my phone as like something to stop videos, stuff like that. Obviously I can do that. But when I found that feature and I was able to download the whole video from the camera to my phone, then upload it right there to YouTube, I was like, okay, that was one of the things that I was like, damn, this is cool. Now, obviously, there's better cameras out there that you can get. You can spend more money, you can get more stuff. But if you're just starting out and you need a starter camera to help you create better content, to help you get better shots, better imaging, higher quality, denser pixels, because you've got the 1-inch sensor in the Sony camera, and it, like, the way I feel like the way it frames the videos that I make, like right now, like this frame, I like that. I like the way that looks. It's nice. It shows off everything, but it also does, you know, when you got a little bit closer, I feel like the framing just feels better, and it brings out details that I didn't even know to look for before. Like I was saying, you know, earlier, it brings out details that I didn't even know to look for before. Better color, like the way it actually shows the color of my green light behind me. I mean, if I switch the color, if I go from the green to the red, or if I want to do like the blue, or say I just want, you know, like a more clean, like just a light shot, you know, with like yellow or whatever, I can switch. I mean, I can even go to purple. I can do these colors and they look significantly better on the Sony camera. It shows the color behind me and I still get the brightness of me. I still look regular, but I've got the light behind me. That was a big thing for this camera and for the overall experience of how it creates my content better for me. It helps me create the content. All of the sound is coming from the Sony camera right now, so you're actually going to be able to compare and contrast like the first part of this video with the second part of this video, and you'll be able to see, at least in my opinion, the dramatic change from going from like a webcam, because the Sony Brio or the Logitech Brio is awesome. Like, I love that camera. It's incredible. It's better than any of the other ones that I've tried to date. So, and you can film with that one at 4K 60, all of that stuff. That's what I've been doing. I've been streaming that right through going right through Streamlabs, using that as my main camera for all of my streaming, all of my videos, everything. But now that I have this, a dedicated actual camera that I can do higher quality content because of the better sensors, because of the better see, I'm not even going to try to explain any of the aperture or any of that stuff because I know absolutely zero about that. I am not a film photographer. I am a 100% novice when it comes to videos and filming and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna get better. And now, see, here's the thing. Now I've kind of opened up another can of worms or whatever, because now that I understand at least, you know, what this type of a camera can do in terms of quality for my content. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be buying expensive cameras. I don't know. This one here, I'm going to be using this for a while. We're going to check this out. I'm going to get some more stuff for it. I'm going to buy, you know, maybe a different lens, maybe some other stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But as it sits right now, my first impressions of this camera are, yes, it's getting the job done. And I feel like it is the perfect starter camera if you're coming from your cell phone or you're coming from your or from a webcam. I think this is absolutely incredible, and I do think that it is going to change the way you think about making your content, because it already has mine. It's already got me feeling like, wow, dude, I'm going to be able to increase the quality of my content and deliver better videos for the people that are watching. And that is incredible, because that's what matters the most. The people want to watch, you know, good quality content, and I feel like this Sony is actually doing that. The ZV-1F is the lowest model that you can buy. It's $499. There will obviously be a link to Amazon in this description for this particular model of camera. You can get it in black, you can get it in white, and I do think that if you are out there making content with a cell phone, I think you're going to really appreciate the fact, and you can download like the app on your phone, and you don't have to buy like the gimbal with the little remote. You can use your phone to set farther back, click it. You can buy different, see, here's the thing, you can buy different accessories to go with this camera to make your microphone better, to get wider, you know, you can get wider lenses, all of these other things, like the upgradability, you know, getting a selfie stick for it that you can hold it out a little bit further. You can make and create better content on this camera than you can on your phone. Like, your phone is awesome, don't get me wrong. Like, I've used my phone this whole time, and it's awesome. But now having this camera to be able to actually utilize and do more professional like content with a 1-inch sensor, that makes a difference. You can tell immediately, like the better colors and all of that stuff, like you can tell immediately that a Sony point and shoot camera like this, or a mirrorless, or whatever these are called, I don't exactly know. I don't exactly know, but I know that it's made my experience better. And if it's made my experience better, I'm pretty sure it's going to make a lot of people's experience better. So there are a couple of cons that I do not that I think they need to solve for in any other cameras like this, because in my use case, it's going to be mainly in like my studio, maybe some on the road stuff, maybe, but not as much as it's going to be like an in-studio camera. So I would like a way to have a battery bottom that I can, and an actual dummy battery that I can stick in there that will pretend or that will deliver power to my Sony and make that awesome. Another thing, with USB, I would love to be able to just plug it in USB-C and be able to utilize this as a 4K 60 or even 4K 30 webcam. And you can do that, but you have to use the HDMI setup, and you have to run it through a capture card. Now, I do have a capture card, but I don't want to be locked at 30 frames per second. I would like to be able to do 60. Now, if I can, I probably would have to find like a sweet spot and do it at 1080p 60, which absolutely still looks incredible. So those are the only couple of cons that I have with it. I wish that they would find a way to solve that and still make it an affordable package for content creators, because I do like the overall functionality of the Sony ZV-1F. I think this camera is absolutely incredible. I like the form factor. I like the size of the screen. I like all the little bells and whistles, the little red light when I'm recording. I know I'm recording. And it's cool. Like, I like that. I like being able to look at the camera and see the light and know that, like, hey, I'm looking at you. And it's tracking my eyes too. It's tracking my eyes. If I have it in another mode to where it's doing, you know, like product showcase, then if I hold up a thing, it will focus on the thing and not just on my face. But right now it's set to eye tracking, so it's tracking my eyes and it's not looking for the other things. So I like how it blurs the background. I pretty much got it set in like auto right now. I haven't really done a whole lot of other stuff to it, but as time goes on, like, I will be back to review this camera in full and give you my full on review after I do a specific build that I've got planned here in the next few days. After that, I'll come back, I'll review the Sony ZV-1F, and yeah, I'll let you guys know. So if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.